Hello and good morning, everybody, or good evening if you are in the Australian server. I believe this is where this is. I am streaming to you from obviously for XCL today. This is the Spa morning race. Well, they call it the Spa morning race, but I'm pretty sure it's for Americans and Australians or whatever, so they're racing in the evenings. But yeah, whatever time it is where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Yeah, and welcome to a Spa race. We've got a half an hour race today. One pit stop around the iconic Spa-Francorchamps track. We're just riding with the first flying lap driver, Riagma. And yeah, let's just see how this goes on today. I think we've got a nice little field. Sometimes I find the smaller the field, we've got 23 drivers out there. Sometimes when there's a few less cars, you get a bit less crazy driving, and sometimes you get some decent little overtakes. So yeah, we'll see how this qualifying goes. Obviously, we're just starting the first set of flying laps, so there isn't any times or anything yet. But hopefully, over the next couple of minutes, we should start to roll some times in. Looking in the chat, we've got the Estonia reel. Bonjour Estonia. Minor Shark saying he's just sat down. Minor Shark just saying that he thought that I couldn't find the server. Yeah, basically the reason why I couldn't find the server is because I normally race with the ping settings down to servers that are less than 50 ping, and obviously because this server is far away from me, it's I had to go to like as you can see on the bottom left hand corner, the ping's currently riding about 144 with about a 160 latency, so it's not a great I'm not sure if the quality of the stream's coming through well. Hopefully it is, but I'd imagine when the race starts and there's quite a lot of cars together, we might see a little bit of wobbling around, but I'm pretty sure the race should be alright. This is kind of a test for me because I'm normally free on the Saturday mornings, so this could be a good race to cover in the future. So thank you guys for popping in and watching along. It looks like, so we're riding with, as is tradition with my streams, if anyone's watched any of my streams before, you'll know that I always ride with the first driver out of the pits, kind of like a little race out there. So if you get round, as Riagma goes deep into that last corner there. But he might set a time here, I don't know, but normally on Spa you get a lot of people, he does, yes, it's a 2:18. No, that's not a bad time, really. I think the fastest times will probably be down the 2:16s. Mindless Shark or Baby Ninja, what kind of times can you set? Clawpty, what kind of times can you set around Spa as well? I think a 2:16 is probably like some of the fastest drivers. What kind of times does Cozy do? Rossi goes to the top in the BMW with a 2:18.8. That is the time to beat at the minute. And then we have Katazis and Reg GT3, the only four drivers to currently set a time at the moment. We do see the number 26 car. Also, with less drivers in the grid, sometimes I can find the car names a bit quicker. So this is Bendy. Also, with a half an hour race and 23 cars, I will be able to hopefully give a lot of people some screen time. Hopefully they'll provide me with some action. But we have Bendy coming around to potentially set his first time of the day. Still 2:18.3. So still in the 2:18s. I think we will probably get a 2:17 pole time looking at this. But Bendy coming across the line now. His first time puts him up to 5th place. There's only 8 cars so far that have set a time. The 638 car next of Aussie Puma's coming around. Let's see what he can do in his first flying lap. Ninja saying he usually does a 2:19, 2:20. See, that's where I'm about, Ninja. On my qualifying laps, set a 2:20. My race pace is probably a 2:21, 2:22. Yeah, Clawpty saying good evening to the Aussies. Clawpty saying a 2:16.9 is his personal best. Cozy does a 15. Of course, Cozy does a 15. So as Aussie Puma crosses the line, he sets a time about 3.4 seconds off the pace. The next guy is currently on a flyer that hasn't, what is he, the number 43 car? That is Katazis. We'll ride with him for a minute. We haven't seen him yet. I would say, because to me, I think if you're racing with the top drivers, I think a 2:16 or a low 2:17 is probably a realistic time. But we have got, I presume these white strips mean that they're either gold or platinum. So we do have some gold and platinum drivers. So I fully expect the pole time to drop down into the 2:17. A2 Flying Jim, he's currently the fastest driver out there with a 2:18.3. A lot of drivers defaulting their laps at the minute, but Katazis is currently 1.2 seconds back. Let's see if he can get that time down to less than a second as he crosses the line. Yeah, he does. There you go. So he knocked off 0.3 of a second, goes up to within a second of the fastest lap. The 22 car is the next driver coming around to set a time. Where are you on this board? That is a Reg GT3. Again, he is 3.4 seconds back. Can he close that gap to the front? And as he crosses the line, he does. He shaves his time by over a half and goes to 1.8 seconds back up into the top 5. Roy Dye in the Lamborghini coming around next. He is, hasn't set a time yet, so this will be his first flying lap. He goes in a little bit deep into the chicane. But yeah, as he crosses the line, this should be his first time. He goes P11, 4 seconds off the back. Let's have a look, see if we can catch some more drivers as they come across the line. The number 15 car is coming next. That is Jocks. But actually, as I say that, he has gone off the track. We have the number 34 car coming through next. That is Luca. We'll just call him Luca. I'm not even going to try and murder his last name. That's a nice yellow McLaren. Clawpty, if you're just watching this, can I just confirm this is just the standard race? There isn't any of the adjustments like with the bop? Are you running the bop here? Or is this just a standard session? So I presume they can just stop for 2 litres of fuel. Guys, if you are listening to the stream and you are racing in this race, there is a bit of a 1 litre fuel glitch. So just be sure to fill up 2 litres, not 1 litre, because sometimes if you only fill up 1 litre, you will it sometimes doesn't count as a pit stop. So if you are planning your pit stops, just make sure you add 2 litres of fuel just to be safe, if you are listening. You're going to race the 90-minute system later on, are you? No? So the 90-minute Hungaroring. I was thinking about racing it. I was also thinking about commentating it, but then I thought that is a long race. 90 minutes of just pure chat. I think you'd all get bored of me by then. Well, let's get back to the qualifying. So Riagmar coming around again now. He is trying to see if he can break into the front row of the grid. We also have the 98 car behind him of HSR Storm. Now, HSR Storm has he just crossed the line? No, he hasn't. Yeah, so Storm is, he used to be one of the fastest drivers I know on XCL. And as I say that, he sets a 2:69. So he just matches Klopp's best ever time, his PB around here. I did say we'd get into the 2:16s. And, I think I might have said 2:17s. But, yeah, HSR Storm, as I said, he is one of the fastest drivers at XCL. Goes and pops in a time 1 second faster than everybody. So thank you, HSR Storm, for doing that at the exact moment I said that. Roy Dye, you've already had some screen time. Let's give it to someone else. 296 of Flying Jim. He was pole sitter at one point. He is now 1.4 seconds back. Let's see if we can improve here. Okay, cool. Yeah, Klopp is saying there is no bop. That's what I assumed. I assumed it was just a standard race. When we say bop, we mean balance of power. So it's basically just you put weight restrictions on cars in order to slow them down a little bit. Let's see what else is going on. Like, we still have 4.5 minutes left. The number 37 car is the next driver coming around that hasn't. Yeah, we'll give some time to Sabre. Sabre here currently 8.5 seconds back. One of the staff members of XCL. He has actually promoted his company, Gimbal Locked Studios. So that is, you can see underneath his name, that is his team name. So I think that's the company he either works for or owns. But yeah, shout out to Gimbal Locked Studios. I get paid £1 every time I say that. I wish. Klopp is saying he's just pooped all over his personal best. That's fair enough. Yes, so sorry, as Sabre crosses the line, he does improve. He's now 2.9 seconds off the pace. Who hasn't set a time out here that's on a flyer currently? Where's the 55 car? We looked at that one yet? Where are you, 55? That is Rossi. I think we have. We'll ride with Rossi for a second anyway. Rossi's coming around 1.8 seconds off the pace. What was I going to say, Klopp, to you? I can't remember now. Probably nothing important, I'd imagine. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, you mentioned that you were stuck on a commercial break. Now, I've set my stream up. Obviously, I am trying, as you know, to save up for a Elgato capture card, so I can obviously put your branding all over the screen, obviously just run some strips across and sponsorship and stuff, and we can run, like, banners and things, but they cost a lot of money. So I've set my stream up to do 1 minute of adverts every hour. So I presume when you get the adverts come up, is it 30 seconds long? Is it that intrusive? I'm not sure. Do you get like an advert when you first log on to the stream? I'm not sure how it works, really, if I'm honest. I don't want it to be inconvenient for people, but obviously, you know, every time the adverts run, I do make a little bit of money, which obviously goes towards this target of reaching £150, so I can get my capture card. Like when we get the capture card, guys, the streams are going to be absolutely like on fire. They're going to be so good, because where we've got that grey strip at the bottom where it says like profile, report, you know, all those server statistics and stuff, I'm going to run a banner across there and put the XCL branding and stuff on it. We'll put like some adverts and stuff, maybe talk about the next future race. Look, over the top where it says like drive, timetables, replay, we'll put like the XCL branding up there and everything. It's going to be really smart, but obviously I just need to... it just gets rid of some of the clutter on the screen. Obviously there still will be clutter, but it'll just be a bit better for us. That's the plan anyway. There we go. So a little advertisement. We're going to keep talking about it for a second. But yeah, so Saber is a game developer. Is that what you said? Yeah, he's a game developer. And Gimbal Lock Studios is his company. So yeah, shout out to Gimbal Lock Studios. Yeah, that's another £1 in the bank. Thank you, Saber. As Klopp, he said, Gimbal. Right, so... I better switch on, better focus for a second, guys. So let me just talk you through the top 5. We've got 1.5 minutes left. So obviously the drivers out there now are the last drivers that can set times. If you're in the pits, there's no point in coming back out. HSR Storm is currently the leader with a 2:16.9. Krigmit has crept in there to second place with about 0.7 seconds off the pace. The only 2 drivers within a second of the fastest lap. As I say, actually, Riagmar just goes third, 0.9 second back. A2 Flying Jim is fourth, and then Rossi is fifth, with Shadow Gaming having a good little race here. He's currently in P6, 1.6 seconds back as he crosses the line. Is he actually going to improve on that time? No, it doesn't look like it this time around. So we still have 40 seconds left. So if you are coming around now, you still have a chance to set a time. I can see the number 91 car of O Tesaurus. Sounds like a dinosaur. The old Dino boy, 91 in the Ferrari. As he crosses the line, it is, yeah, he goes, did he just improve there? He's 3.3 seconds back. He is going to have one last shot. I wonder if the 72 car of Gaten, I wonder if he is going to be able to actually improve here, because, sorry, yeah, because is he going to get across the line in time? I think he is. So if he's got enough fuel for one more lap, he will obviously be able to, yeah, he will be able to set a time. There you go. Yeah, so he'll be the last driver across the line. So he has one last run at this. Actually, Jocks hasn't set a time yet. He's in the pits as well. So it looks like there's going to be a couple of drivers, and Sociable Jewel is also out there. He is on a flying lap, so potentially if he doesn't default this lap, he will get a time. But let's try and catch some of these drivers as they cross the line then. So we have, yeah, Saber is going to be the first driver to finish his last lap. Currently 2.6 seconds back. Can he get himself further up into the top 10? So as Saber crosses the line, he does improve up to P6. Oh, as it looks like I've just been disconnected from the server. 1 second. I'll just go back into the race. 1 second, guys. There we go. I'm back. I mean, I imagine it's just because of the latency and stuff. So obviously we will get a few problems. Qualifying has finished now. I did miss the last few people going out there, but it looks like, yeah, HSR Storm did get the pole position. But we'll wait for the server to kick into the race screen. I imagine at some point throughout the throughout the. Actually, no, we have the number 33 car. Sorry, just crossing the line there. That was Social with Jewel. Is he actually going to set a time here? Yeah, he does. He goes P10 with that last little bit of qualifying there. Looks like I'm going to have to change the camera angle as well when I go out. There you go. But yeah, it is Storm that gets the pole lap. When does my sound go weird, sorry? Well, do we have issues when I'm talking as well? Is the stream quality not very good? If someone could just let me know if we've got having some issues with the stream. Yeah, I've disconnected again. We might have some issues completely, so 1 second. This might be my first and last Australian server stream, as clearly it's it's going to cause some issues for us. Oh, it's the music and the. Oh, okay, that's what the issue is it? The music. That's fair enough. Obviously, it keeps kicking me to the actual in-game view as well, which is a bit of a problem. Also, has someone else... What's happened to HSR Storm? Why is he 16th on my list here? What's happened here? Is this the same... Can everyone else see this, or is this just my... Ah, here we go. Ah, Clopty has more... Is it not just me? I have a few people disconnected. Because I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the fact that HSR Storm is now 16th, Saber's 21st, Katazis is 22nd, Krigmit is 19th. I think we've had loads of people get disconnected, am I right? Ah, okay.
20 seconds.
That is such a shame for everyone. I'm going to have to just rod on this view for a second. Oh, because I can't return to the... Well, maybe I can change the camera to that view. There we go. Okay, so that's fine then. So that was an everyone DC thing. That's fair enough. At least we know now. Well, fingers crossed it doesn't happen in a minute then. Am I right in thinking that that Shadow Gaming actually runs this server? Does he? Or what does he do with this one? Because he's benefited hugely from this because he is now going to be P2. I'm not going to run through the order today because obviously if I start pressing driver select it's going to run through some random drivers. So we'll just ride with Flying Jim because we know he's on the pole. And then obviously when the race starts I'll kick it back so I can switch over. But fingers crossed, guys, we're not going to have any issues for the next half an hour. But obviously, if we do, let's not panic. Everyone like Ninja said, panic. Yeah, Saber saying disconnect now, starting from the back. Yeah, it's a shame, really. But yeah, we're still going to have a race here. Hopefully it will settle down nicely. The one thing I'm curious about is how the race is going to look when we actually go into 22 cars all diving down into the first corner. So Clopty, can you just confirm then? So whenever I go into the menu, is the music really, really like loud or something, or is it really like juttery? No, there's no point now, Ninja. We're in this race. I think Klops will have to just. At least he was watching this race, so if he gets loads of DC reports, I suppose he'll know. By the looks of it, Sociable Duel DC'd, Gatan DC'd. We know Sabre did. We know that a few drivers at the back did. So obviously we can. I presume Glopsy, whoever looks after that, will obviously just have to allow for the fact that there was definitely 100% a lot of DCs. We watched it live, so we know there was. But a few drivers opting to start from the pit lane. I don't know if that's just because they've DC'd again. I'm not sure. But let's just see what happens. It currently says we have 23 drivers in the field. They must be just joining late. But I suppose we could just restart the race. But if we have to restart the whole thing, that means we have to do the qualifying again. It's just going to turn into a really long stream. I only had until 12 o'clock my time to cover this one. Or maybe Clopty can do his executive boss man thing and just say, once the race starts, Ninja, I'm going to switch back over to the main screen. So I'm not worried too much about the map at the minute. I'll just, as soon as I go into the, as soon as they cross the line that says go, 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 I'll switch back to the main screen so you can see the full map. Obviously, it's just the way the game works. If you go into the drive section, you can't go back to the garage until the until the race starts. I don't know why it does that. It's another one of those weird glitches that they have from a spectator perspective. That's one thing I would say about ACC and the developers and stuff. They do a great job and they produce new tracks and cars and stuff. And obviously the game works most part really, really well. But obviously they don't really do a lot for the spectators. And clearly ACC is probably one of the most hosted broadcasted series. And for some reason they don't. They don't do enough to they haven't made it kind of spectator friendly or broadcaster friendly. I don't think. So here we go, guys. Looks like Jim is in first with Rossi in second. It looks like, Shadow Gaming has also had an issue. It says we have 40 cars in here. I don't think we have. So I don't know how many cars are actually starting this race. But I don't see nobody's really calling for the server to be reset. But if it's a server issue, I'm not sure how that's going to work. As it looks like Flying Jim has also gone back to the pits. Actually, oh no, have you reset the server, Clopty? I've just been kicked out again. I'm not sure if that's a server reset or whether you've have you reset the server? Is the server gone? I can't see it. It must be a reset, maybe. Yeah, I have it on 200 though. I mean, at 300, that's pretty extreme. I can't get over to there. There you go. Yeah, so is it reset? Have you reset the server completely? Was that your call? Was I meant to turn it off? I think the ping limit is just a search function. I don't think it actually restricts your... I don't think it restricts the ping of the game, no? I see the number 72 car at the back. I don't know if he's just gone off wide. He's already in the barrier. I don't know if that's an issue already. Do we put this one down as a failed experiment? Have you not just reset it? Yeah, I'm running out of time on this one, guys, so I might have to put this one down as a failed experiment and then come back and do another one later on, because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to finish it off if we have to do the whole thing again. I only had till 12, and I've only got 20 or so minutes left, so I have to apologise. I might have to just step out of this one, and then I'll have to, yeah, maybe do another stream later on. But yeah, I'll catch you guys again later on. Apologies for the server issues, and yeah, I'll see you next time.